So what? Who's playing who right now?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Wong Casting SKL Esports, featuring teams for fun gaming versus the Hustle Gang Explorers.
Ooh. We got quite a spicy match coming up.
We must all make our choices.
As we're jumping into picks and bans, we got for the record here, we got Hustle Gang Explorers on the blue team, and we got For Fun Gaming on the red team. So on the team of the Hustle Gang Explorers, I will introduce them as they are. Top lane, Lafo, I think is how you would pronounce that. And then in jungle, we got Hustle Gang Rob. Mid lane, we got Demandarin. ADC, we got the Mr. Joe Norm. And in that support role, we got Sharky.
And on the other side, on For Fun Gaming in the top lane, we got Feathers and Fur sitting up there in the top lane island. We seem to have an issue with this champ
disconnected
select.
again.
For the second time in a row.
It
How
skipped
tragic.
our ban. Well, you got a ban. Come on. Alright, well, we got some issues going on here, apparently. I don't know if it's a team issue. Now it's
There's
just a
four
5.
people
Now
off
it's
the
just a
other
5v4.
Oh, my goodness.
Why is this?
Tragic things are undergoing right now.
Alright, so we're gonna play some Eve instead of casting this game. Just kidding.
True. One more ending, and we might have to go and cast some Apex Legends, and we all know we don't want that.
Exactly.
Boo.
Thank you, Crowd.
The
Crowd doesn't
doesn't
want
like
it either. And so it looks like we're going to be booting up into a new lobby. No, we're just going to get into the same lobby. Since it is a tournament code, it is just the same lobby. Hopefully we can get this all sorted out quick as feathers fall. Feathers don't fall
And
that
fur.
quick. Yeah, fur does fall quicker, though. So
We should do a scientific experiment. Stats guy, which falls faster in meters per second? Feathers or fur?
Stats guy?
All right. Stats guy will get back to us on that one. Currently doing his research.
All right, so
Muted
we're
himself.
back into the game. Team 4 Fun or Team Hustle Gang Explorers versus Team 4 Fun Gaming. And Hustle Gang. Oh wait, you need to continue to introduce. Team
All right,
4 Fun.
I'll just continue right where I left off. I introduced on For Fun Gaming Feathers and Fur in the top lane island. We got Poof the sheep, Run in the jungle, Twitchmaster 6000 sitting in the mid lane, Ryan Zond in the bot lane, and Bishy GG on support. I'm seeing a lot of support bans here. We got the Braum Alistar targeted on Bishy and a Karma targeted at Sharky.
I'm not gonna say that Bishy is not ban worthy. The Alistar, definitely. He is a mad lad
Definitely.
on Alistar.
I have heard through the grapevine that he plays a lot of Alistar. Stats guy, we might even need how much mastery Bishy GG indeed does have on
Yeah.
Alistar.
But
I shall
as
compare the stats.
yeah, as you're getting those stats, I'm going to say I don't think the Braum ban was absolutely necessary. Of course, Braum is a very, very difficult champion to play around, but is another support ban really worthy? You could ban out another of Twerkmaster's champions, like a Xerath, or does he play Malzahar or Ziggs? I know he plays Xerath, and that Udyr comes out for Poof the Sheep. That's one to ban. Last week, we dealt with that Poof the Sheep, and that was not a good time for White Wong.
He's a fast-running fellow looking to get that early lead and snowball possibly through a split push.
Yeah, but of course, we can't overlook the Thresh pick that was picked on the side of Hustle Gang.
Is this the Alawi getting through for... Who is the Alawi main here? Was that indeed
Feathers and Fur. This
Twerkmaster?
is
Or
Seasonix.
Feathers and Fur?
For those who don't know, Feathers and Fur is Seasonix, and Seasonix is a
okay.
well-renowned Alawi main. And so again, letting Udyr and Alawi through, and instead banning the
Dangerous game.
Braum, I think that's a dangerous game that they're playing. Powervul.
Stats guy here.
What do you got for us,
BCGG
Stats guy?
has 445,842 mastery points on Alistar.
Wow,
Mastery 7, by
as
the way.
comparison, I only have like 150,000 mastery on Poppy. So
Oh,
that's
and
saying
this is a
something.
Poppy main.
This is a
Hey, Stats guy.
Poppy main.
Figure out how many times Bishi averagely fucks up Alistar combo in a game.
No cursing on stream, please.
Crowd, you
Oh,
can
frick.
go ahead and be quiet.
Just for that one man in the audience, I'll keep count for you.
Oh, perfect. Stats guy always there to deliver. But okay, as we're ignoring picks and bans right now,
Rengar.
we got a Rengar, a Vayne, and a Thresh coming in for HustleGang Explorers, and Vayne isn't going to be strong early game. Of course, she did get buffs
She
recently.
is definitely a menace.
And-
Once you get her into the late game, she can tear through an entire team.
Yeah, late game Vayne is nothing to pass off about, nothing to about, and neither is
Nothing to-
Rengar, quite frankly. And with a Thresh there to back up the Vayne, try and get some picks in the early game. I think that could be a devastating bot lane as Mr. Joe Norman Sharky try to take over the game. But of course, we do have there's the Xerath I was talking about against Twerkmaster. Definitely don't want to leave Twerkmaster on that Xerath.
Cool.
And,
I'm just gonna rewind a bit and just commend. I don't think we commented on it. Ezra was banned by the Hustle Gang. Definitely one of the strongest AD carries in the meta right now. Able to do so much damage from so far away with that double tier build. It's actually terrifying.
it is,
A good
and
choice to
you
take off.
really can't dank an Ezreal
Yeah,
because he's
very
just
safe.
so safe. So
Lot of damage.
that is definitely a good ban on the side of the Hustle Gang.
Yeah.
But as we see a Fizz ban, another mid lane ban, and we got 4 more mid lane bans in that second ban phase. So we got a
Shut up.
total of 5, possibly 6 if you count the Karma can go mid lane.
Cool.
So mid lane pool is definitely deteriorating, but doesn't phase Twerkmaster 6000 as he does jump on that Vel'Koz.
Oh, it seems he likes those long range artillery style mages, Vel'Koz, which fits the ticket perfectly.
Yeah, definitely one of those. Am I using this phrase correctly when I say control mage? He doesn't do a
Definitely,
lot. He doesn't do a lot of burst damage, unless he does combo
Well, he can,
mainly
but
with
yeah,
that
he's-
alt. But
Main
You have to
strength is
hit
definitely
everything.
his range.
yeah, absolutely, and his range
you
is
see
going
a
to be good
Yasuo?
against a Yasuo, quite frankly. But he's gonna
Oh,
switch off to that
Jabade.
Syndra. Syndra's I'd say a pretty good pick against the Vel'Koz. Of course, I'm no League pro, and I don't know all the bans or all the counter picks exactly. Stats guy, if you could look up if Syndra is a counter pick to Vel'Koz, but she does have that long range to kind of match that Vel'Koz long range. Not exactly
Ooh, a
as long, but-
Nautilus.
and that
That's
is
an interesting
that
one.
is a support Nautilus coming out for Bishi GG, which I'm really approving of.
Really, I don't know if I'm approving as much of it. It's looking at their team. I guess it can be pretty good. I'd rate it about an average pick. Nothing I'm getting excited about though.
Oh yeah, nothing exciting about a Nautilus. Okay, let's be clear about that. But Nautilus does inherently have a lot of pressure in that bottom lane. I feel if you can
True,
land
yeah.
a good hook, then that ends up to be an auto attack
No.
route, which then ends up to be another slow with the Riptide. So I'm really looking forward to see what happens in that bottom lane with Varus Nautilus versus a Vayne
True.
Thresh.
Looking at these team notes, I believe we're gonna have to burn 3 minutes here as we got the delay happening. But I'm just gonna put it out there. I'm not a fan of Volibear as a champion. I know you've dabbled in a little bit of
I
Volibear.
do dabble
Why don't
in
you give me a
Volibear.
little bit of the strengths that Volibear may have? Because I'm not seeing them.
Okay, well, one of the strengths that Volibear does have is if he ends up dueling that Udyr, he's going to be a little bit safer. He's not going to win by any means. But
Ah.
with his passive being able to heal him up, I know Poof the Sheep is going to want to take over the enemy jungle. And Volibear might be a little bit safer with his passive if it can heal him up just a little more while his team maybe shows up during that time. And I'm sorry, is that a Thresh mid lane?
I'm thinking maybe a role swap happened here.
It might be a role
It is
swap.
legal for that to happen, so they're within their
Yeah,
duty
yeah,
to do so. If they think there's a nice, if maybe Sharky really likes the Syndra Vel'Koz matchup, or maybe Demandarin really likes the Thresh Nautilus, they can swap it up if they know both roles.
absolutely. But anyways, back on the topic of Volibear, I do actually really like the gank potential on Volibear, because when you start running at him, you hit that flash flip, and then with that fear and that extra slow, and his W does a lot of damage, like a deceptive amount. So he can try and get that Vayne fed early game, and that would be just amazing because Volibear definitely does fall off very drastically in that late game. He just ends up being a tank that doesn't do a lot of damage, can't get into the team fight that easily. And so I'm really hoping that Volibear can
All right.
get that Vayne ahead early.
No, I'm just gonna make a quick call here. I'm calling into the crowd, trying to see if we have any experts on Rengar's playstyle in the top lane. I'm bringing this guy out of the crowd. Please introduce yourself, Mr. Crowd Member. What have you got to think about the Rengar in the top lane versus Alawi?
Oh, guy in the crowd's a
Oh,
little shy.
He's a little shy.
It's okay. Stats guy's here.
Oh,
Stats guy's here.
Stats guy could fill in.
According to for the question previously
Ah!
asked, according to OP.GG, as of now, Vel'Koz has a winning matchup against Syndra with a 56% win rate.
Oh,
You asked
okay.
the crowd something?
Oh, the crowd.
Oh, he
You're-
finished eating his toast.
Yeah,
He's here to
not
talk
that shy
about
anymore.
Rengar
Please,
in the top lane
yeah, talk about Rengar in the top lane.
Okay, well, he
versus Alawi.
versus Alawi. Well, if he doesn't kill him in like first, 4 levels, 5 levels, it's probably a little bit doomed once Alawi hits 6. And if Udyr comes up, he's probably dead. So
All right. It seems even some of the most enthusiastic Rengar enthusiasts are not getting on board unless the Rengar snowballs early. So we'll have to keep watch of that in the early game. See if Rengar can get that lead.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you,
Yeah,
fan in the
doesn't have
fan in the
kleptomancy?
stands.
Please return to the crowd, fan.
We'll see if he has kleptomancy pretty soon here.
All right, we are loading into the game here. I think, getting ready to go.
Here we go. And of course, if you're new to Whiter Wong, we do have a Whiter Wong Toque giveaway at 50 followers, as you see on the bottom left of your screen. So bump it up to that 50, and you might just win yourself a Whiter Wong Toque.
Oh, can confirm, quite comfy.
Toques are very comfy, very warm for this bitter cold winter we've been having. So anyways, we do see not kleptomancy for Rengar. We have the Conqueror. And
Interesting.
I'm trying to think that would help with
I'm respecting
against
it. I'm
Alawi,
respecting it.
I'm pretty sure. But Alawi does have kleptomancy, so she should be able to get pretty far ahead, especially in the hands of Season X, a veteran Alawi. Let's see how much mastery he has. 291,000 points.
Oh, that's a lot.
So that's definitely nothing to scoff at.
Where I lack the expertise in the solo lanes, I can give insight on the support lanes. Thresh, there's a little bit of an argument along a lot of people whether you should be taking Guardian to protect your
Thank you. I'm better
ADC.
than Faker for that follow button. Appreciate it, my dude.
Oh, love him.
Yeah.
As well as possibly an Aftershock. Most people will lean on the Aftershock due to when you're engaging as Thresh. A lot of times you really need those extra defenses in order to survive the all-ins. So something the For Fun Gaming could look at is really being able to burst down Thresh really fast in engages when he doesn't have Aftershock. That's definitely something I look for in the bot lane matchup.
We do see that nice prestige firecracker Vayne though.
Oh,
she ran away. Let's get a look at this prestige
Wow.
firecracker Vayne.
that is a beautiful skin.
That
right
is
there.
nice. I can't wait to see the particles on that. And for those who might be a little new to the League of Legends community, I do see a bounding crab in here, a Canadian maple, and a Balzac Unchained. So we do see so prestige skins. First you buy the skin, and then during a time, this is a lunar event, so it's a Chinese New Year celebration, and if you get enough points within the duration of Chinese New Year event, you can actually buy the prestigious edition, which is gold and luxurious, as you see right here. So looking forward to that. I do see a Canadian Maple would be glad to hear Sebastian Blueberry casting the game. So Powervul,
Sebastian Blueberry. It's been a long time since Sebastian Blueberry has hit the light of day. I don't even know if he remembers his own voice.
To be fair, I don't think I do either. So.
All right, he'll be benched for a little while.
Yeah. I need to figure out what I need here. Need that gone.
Both bot lanes supplying their jungle a nice good leash. Get them in a healthy early clear. And yeah, I think one of the lanes we're probably going to be looking at is seeing if this Rengar can snowball against this Alawi early, abusing the brushes to try and get that early damage. Probably even possibly getting a cheese kill.
You know how much we love cheese. Not a lot, so.
Yeah, not a lot, but
yeah. We do see a little bit of abuse in the top lane. This is a pretty slow start. Let's be fair. We anticipate this coming, but Udyr is looking to make his appearance known in that mid lane, just showing up, giving a little fear into the eyes of that Syndra.
I do believe he's going for a double crab play, really taking advantage of that CSing early that Udyr pretty much uncontested.
Oh, Nautilus misses his hook and goes into the wall. Thresh does land the hook onto the Varus. Varus is trying to get away, does land that ignite onto the Varus. Is going to get away though. Vayne is now ignited and is going to try and get the Vayne kill, but does get that first blood onto the Thresh as Vayne lives with that triumph, I believe. But Udyr is in the enemy Volibear's jungle. That could have been a close call, but Volibear does flash away. Wow.
Oh,
that's some stuff happening here.
That was beautiful. Yeah, we definitely see Udyr going buff, crab to crab, and blue buff. So he has two blues, and 2 crabs so far. Really trying to deny all the CS from the Volibear right now. It's quite tragic.
Varus rather is trying his best to try and keep his keep his CS not so diminished, and he's gonna stay for this double wave here. Very greedy of him, but well worth, I'd say, since Vayne and Thresh couldn't do anything against that. So after these waves, maybe another third wave that's incoming, he's gonna push that out, and then probably wanting to recall to maybe buy some items, match that Vayne and that presence. But Vayne getting an assist early on, even though it's not a kill, that assist is going to be pretty big in this lane, I'd say. And it all started with a Bishi missing his hook and going into the wall. So it could have been a lot worse for the HustleGang Explorers.
You know, in the top lane, we still we see the little bit of a freeze at Rengar's turret. Alawi trying to make sure she stays safe, but she's got Udyr to protect her if anything goes wrong. So
yeah, but she doesn't have a lot of mana, so I think they're gonna try and just get some damage onto this ghost and just harass the Rengar into not being able to recall, and just
Bishi roaming mid.
Does roam mid. Quirkmaster is going to get flashed and ignited by Sharky. Sharky does pick up that kill. That's a 2v1 kill on the side of Sharky. That could have been a lot smoother on the side of For Fun Gaming. I didn't see exactly what happened, but it looks like Thresh is wanting to roam up here too. This is going to be a 3v2 situation if anything ensues, but it looks like they're all just going to back off. Volibear is waiting in the jungle, and Udyr, Poof the Sheep, doesn't want to make things worse.
So HustleGang did make that strategic choice to swap Demandarin and Sharky in their roles. So now maybe there's a possible way that Syndra really knew how to exploit this mid lane, and possibly the Thresh knew how to exploit the bot lane. So seems so far to be a good
Looks
swap.
like Udyr's wanting to make something happen here, but Thresh is going to Lantern out the Vayne, and Nautilus Hook is just going to miss by touch. But good attempt on the side of Poof the Sheep, but it was warded in that river. But can we get a stats guy? Could you tell us if Sharky is the mid laner or if he's the support? Syndra wanting to do something here, but Volibear is coming in for that gank, but looks like Twerkmaster just flashed away.
Beautiful.
Directed camera was going through mid lane and bot lane.
Udyr.
Udyr's coming from behind. What's going to happen? Thresh is going to hit that Lantern. Condemn into the wall. Thresh is going to be going down as Bishi does finally land that nice hook that we've been waiting for. And that is a
Udyr
successful
manages
gank.
to live with
Udyr-
like 1 health. Very lucky.
Yeah,
Or
like
calculated.
probably 20 health there. So, good gank. And might I add, very good attempted. Oh, top lane! Illaoi is trying to dive onto that Rengar. Rengar is going to live just a little by a little bit, but those tentacles are
Rengar
still
W's
on
really
him.
healed him. Ooh,
Yeah, he
really saving
almost
his
got
life
one
there.
shot,
Oh,
but
the
those tentacles are
tentacles.
still slapping him. As he is going to finish off that last
Illaoi
tentacles, they aren't going to bother him anymore.
Illaoi is now though, but seems she's just gonna back. Rengar's gonna last hit and probably do the same.
Stats guy here. Can confirm Sharky is the mid laner.
Sharky
Oh,
and
okay.
is the Thresh support player.
All right, thank you,
Our-
stats
my
guy.
bad then. Just a little bit of misorder. We're quite researched enough in our players. Sorry to Sharky and Demandarin
Yeah, absolutely, and to anyone we offended, getting those
in
wrong.
general across our life.
Like literally at any point in our life, we're sorry.
Yes.
But anyways, we're going to see a little less action now. It looks like, as people are gonna want to go back to farming. We do see a very hefty lead in farm from that Udyr against that
Ooh,
Volibear,
true.
so that's gonna be something to take issue with. As
It'll
HustleGang
definitely pile up.
has one more kill, but is down in gold, and that's something to worry about, because farm is definitely an important factor in this game, which I'm not good at. So I know a lot about
farming
that.
is a skill a lot of people overlook, but it can really help you get leads when you don't even realize it.
Yeah, as you see, Udyr is actually 2 levels ahead of that Volibear, with just having an assist for kill participation. So farm is a huge advantage.
Definitely the game's slowing down right now. Both teams just seem to be farming. We'll see which jungler is going to make a move next to get some action started.
Or even if one lane is brave enough to go into that
Whoa.
1v1 scenario, as Illaoi does love a 1v1 scenario. And in
Illaoi
fact, she
loves
loves
a
2v1
scenario.
scenario, yeah. And you know, that's another lane that's pretty tough to gank, because Illaoi can easily turn fights if she lands a really good ultimate. Especially if
Very
there's a
true.
ghost outside as well that gets hit by that ult. So, oh, we do see red team here trying to take that dragon. As he does, the Udyr does secure that
Ultimate.
dragon. Almost gets stolen by the Thresh Hook, but Udyr was there to tank the hit. So
Good. That Infernal Drake will definitely help to pile up for the champions on.
Oh, Illaoi trying to go for another tower dive, and does be successful in that. I wish I could have seen more of that, but here comes Volibear
Volibear.
trying to turn the fight around. Does get a nice little chunk of damage on there, and does finally finish off that Illaoi. What a good gank by HustleGang Rob there. Getting a return kill onto that. But Bishi does land a good hook onto the Thresh, and the ultimate gets Rhines on that 1 kill onto the Thresh, as Vayne's going to have a tough time farming by herself here. Not the safest of ADCs to be playing with, as we saw Varus being very safe with that farm earlier when Bishi died.
Yeah, Varus has a deceptive amount of burst potential. So he really shot that Thresh up.
Stats guy here. For that one person in the crowd, Sally, Bishi, and GG is not playing Alistar, but I will take account of that interesting flash, though.
Alright.
I don't see anything
Thank you,
in there.
Stats guy.
But yes,
He
also
flashed in place with Nautilus on.
oh, Udyr trying to make something happen on this Rengar. Rengar does ult and jump onto the Udyr, and Rengar is going to get his spirit taken away from Illaoi. Gets beaten down a little bit. He's going to get harassed by those tentacles, but looks like he's going to be pretty safe there regardless.
Pretty safe, yeah.
But man in the stands, yes, that is the Mr. Joe Norm here on this Vayne, and he's wanting to pop off, but he's down in farm and down in kills, so it's looking dire for him.
Alright, Syndra got a good amount of damage on Vel'Koz's mid lane, but luckily Vel'Koz has some refill
Oh, we do see a
potions.
dive coming in top. Udyr is going to start taking the hits. Does get that spirit taken away from Rengar, and Rengar does get down very easily. Syndra making a return play onto that Vel'Koz. Vel'Koz does flash away, but Syndra flashes in after him and gets the kill with that ignite and lives with that turret shot. Just one little bit of damage left to finish her off, but isn't gonna happen today. And that's a 1-for-1 trade across the map.
Oh, beautiful plays all around. We actually, they're trading kills back and forth on both HustleGang and For Fun Gaming.
Yeah, might I say, this is actually a pretty close game. After seeing the draft, but Thresh does land a nice hook onto that Varus, but Thresh is going to get turned upon, gets ulted by that Nautilus, is going to take a lot of damage from those combos, but Varus is in not the best place to fight as he is low on mana and low on health, but Udyr is coming into this bottom lane. They're looking to make another dive. Udyr coming in. Thresh lands a hook onto the Nautilus, but that's not the target he wants. They do get a quick kill onto Thresh. Vayne also going to be taken down, it looks like, with that last tick of Ignite. Bishy almost goes down to that last turret shot, but is going to live, and they're going to be taking down these turret platings and getting that extra bit of gold. What a nice play on the side of For Fun Gaming.
For Fun now sitting with a nice 3,000 gold lead after that play there, mostly combined in farm difference and the play just made
and it's
earlier.
Just, and it's just growing with these turret plates. They're just I almost thought they were looking to take a first turret blood there, but they're just gonna be content with leaving one little turret plating left. But that's looking good for Fun Gaming, I might have to say.
Oh, definitely looking in a position to start snowballing harder and harder. So HustleGang's gonna have to make sure they don't fall any more behind or the bad.
Yes. All right. So looks like the action is dying down again, giving us a chance to breathe a little bit.
Varus is going for that attack speed on hit build with first item Rage Blade, rather than some poke Varuses we've seen in the past.
Matt in the stands, yes, this is game 1 of best of 2. So hope you're entertained until game number 2. We do see Rengar's spirit getting taken away here again, getting a little chunk of damage onto the Rengar, but Rengar is gonna walk up, getting a nice Alawi ult, and that's gonna be half of Rengar's ult rather, being chunked out very swiftly by the Alawi.
One interesting fact about Alawi, she's actually able to, seeing how she took Klepto here, she's able to pull a ghost from Rengar, or anyone, and actually able to proc Klepto multiple times on that ghost. Really get herself a little bit of gold lead through that cheeky way.
Sidra wanting to make a play onto that Vel'Koz, but that ball just misses the stun range. Thresh just fishing for a hook there and doesn't make anything of it, but Nautilus might be wanting to now as Varus does ult the Vayne. Vayne is going to be caught out, but nice Thresh Lantern saves the Vayne from any danger, and we got a Volibear and a Syndra roaming down as they're not going to ensue any further. The red team was backing off already, so playing it safe.
Udyr is continuing to hard farm across the map. He soloed Ripped and is now spawning it in mid lane to try and take it.
Yeah, as we saw HustleGang Explorers wanting to take that dragon, but they're going to be caught out as Thresh does get taken down, and Volibear gets a return kill onto him, but is going to be taken down in the process, so that is a 3-for-1 trade, and Team For Fun Gaming is going to be securing that dragon, and Alawi in the top side gets that first turret kill. So that's that was a great attempt by HustleGang Explorers, but I don't want to say poor execution because I think that was just good execution by the side of For Fun Gaming. That was a really good idea, but For Fun Gaming read them like a book.
True, yeah. This Udyr really starting to take the power he accrued through his farm lead and able to apply it to secure objectives across the map.
Vel'Koz taking a chunk of damage there. This lane hasn't been doing too much by themselves, but during the course of the game, Syndra has acquired 2 kills and Vel'Koz 1, so Something's
good.
happening. Oh, we did see that that Syndra 1v1 kill, so that did happen.
So we do see that 4Fun Gaming has secured 2 Infernal Drakes, and the third Drake is in fact again an Infernal. So HustleGang is definitely going to want to try and secure that Infernal Drake to make sure they don't get a third one.
Again, this Syndra just harassing this Vel'Koz, but is running low on mana. She's gonna have to either make something of this this damage or back off and kind of recoup her mana.
Yeah, Varus just tried to ult Syndra, but went a little wide. That'll be an important cooldown, off cooldown for a little while.
Stats guy coming in here. Varus ult is the most missed skill shot in the game.
Oh wow, I'll accept that fact, even though I don't know if you have the evidence to support it.
Yeah, this is not official stats guy, but we do see Ryan Zong getting caught out as he's trying to farm his way up to success in the bot lane.
Oh.
Bishy does miss that hook, but it doesn't matter as Poof the Sheep on that Udyr is going to easily secure that kill onto Ryan Zong.
Definitely can't miss those auto attacks.
No. Unless you're Callista.
That is true.
But anyways, so Powervul, what can we see from HustleGang as this was a close like 100 gold game until about say 5-ish minutes ago? What can we see from the HustleGang explorers to claw their way back up? Oh, sorry, we do see this Thresh going in on the onto the Udyr, trying to get a kill, but Volibear was must have been misclicking that lantern as Thresh had set up a nice, what looked to be a pretty easy kill onto the Udyr. So a bit of a misplay there by HustleGang Rob.
HustleGang seems to be, as far as their late game goes, Vayne seems to be the only thing that can really compete, because Volibear is traditionally known as gets kited way too hard in the late game, is pretty much just a meatball, which is still fine, but not really something that's going to be able to carry them into a victory. So I think they're just going to have to hope for to stop their bleeding and allow Mr. Joe Norm to pop off on this Vayne once he gets possibly a second item, which he just finished his first, so might be a little ways away.
And another thing that we do see is if a team fight goes awry, as Rengar almost gets taken down there, but we see Volibear against that Vel'Koz, Alawi coming to support her fellow Vel'Koz, but this is a 3v2 situation as Alawi does get the Volibear kill, and Thresh is going to be ulted by Nautilus and get taken down easily, but we did miss a kill from Syndra onto that Varus as well while that was happening, so that is a 2-for-1 trade then. Getting a kill onto that Varus is really nice, as I was just about to say, because I believe Varus did have a bounty, is that if a team fight goes awry, we could see a lot of bounty gold going on to the side of HustleGang Explorers as another kill comes in, but sadly not against someone who had bounty. That was just onto the Nautilus for that Rengar, so he does get taken out. To another 2-for-1 trade, I guess, but
yeah, engaging onto Alawi is always a very dangerous thing, because just like we just saw, that all those tentacles start AoE slamming down on your whole team, your team will find themselves dropping real fast.
I see Man in the Stands asking if we get 2 games of commentary, and yes, you should, because as WonglyAccused has said, we're playing at 8. We're actually playing at 8:30. So we should be able to have time for 2 of these quality casted games.
Quality casted.
And by quality casted, I mean the casting is quality and not the games.
Whoa! The games are indeed quality.
That's sarcasm.
So. I see. You're pulling a trick where the opposite is true.
Yes, the games are actually the quality part, and our casting is lackluster at best. Volibear tries to go in for the steal onto the dragon. He could have just taken that lantern to get out to safety, but doesn't take it and instead runs headstrong into the enemy team, as now they're looking to go into the Baron with the enemy jungler being gone.
Giving them a lot of damage here. to secure objectives. Not as good as a Mountain Drake for objectives, but still great.
Alawi getting hooked, but she isn't scared. She has her ultimate available, and a Guardian Angel. They're looking to turn this fight. Vel'Koz does get a nice ulta into the jungle, but does get hooked by the Thresh to cancel that. It is already 2 kills going down for Fun Gaming, and now they're going to be turning their attention back onto the Baron. As HustleGang Explorers tried to convert something, catch someone being a little late to that Baron, but instead they were the ones being caught out. Again,
and that's going to be a Baron for Fun Gaming.
For Fun Gaming. But again, I say, these are good ideas that HustleGang Explorers do have.
Yeah,
they definitely need to try and make something happen, but it's just been rather unlucky for them. Like, if Thresh would have caught out a Vel'Koz or a Varus there, or someone who... Well, actually, just a Vel'Koz and a Varus, then that would have been a great pickup for HustleGang. And
definitely, yeah.
And if it was the Vel'Koz, that's a 600 gold shutdown. But
yeah,
it did end up being the Alawi, which obviously, if they get the kill, that's 950 gold. But she does also have that Guardian Angel and is already so tanky with her ultimate that it was just unfortunate that it was the Alawi that gets picked out instead of a squishier member.
Sure.
Or else that could have been a really good turnaround and turning point for HustleGang.
Yeah. That shutdown gold is one of the tickets back in. You can get a big spike, especially if it gets on Vayne. It might finish off a second item and get her scary enough to help start winning some team fights. But as of now, we're seeing a 10,000 gold lead for Fun Gaming as they start doing a 1-3-1 to try and push down the base.
Udyr is going to dive into this Vayne. Is getting taken dangerously low, but Vayne does end up going down. What killed her is...
I believe Udyr Q has a burn proponent on it now.
Oh, does it? I was not aware of it. Or... yeah. Okay. Or is it the Phoenix? Is it the alt that has a burn component?
I do believe... Stats Guy, can we confirm that Udyr's Q has a burn?
Okay, Stats
well,
Guy
it can't be a Phoenix.
Every time he... First auto out of Tiger stance is a dot.
Okay.
Alright.
While Phoenix stance, once you cast it, it has a little Sunfire cape effect going on.
Alright.
Yeah, we see all 3 turrets being taken down. HustleGang is going to have to attempt to force probably a losing fight, but a fight they'll have to take if they want to stay in the game.
Man in the stand says it's had a dot forever, so that's something. But also, Phoenix stance I know is the last thing that you level up. So you actually max your first 3 abilities before even leveling up a Phoenix ability. So, and he's not level 16 yet. Vayne is getting taken down again by that Udyr, and these fights are very close. And if that Vayne would just get a little more, again I say, a little more lucky, they could get a lot of gold on her. But as I'm saying this, the team is shut down, and that's a surrender vote as death was approaching them. So For Fun Gaming taking game number 1.
Yeah, well, a good performance by For Fun Gaming and a lot of good plays to try and get back in by the HustleGang. I think HustleGang can learn a lot from this game to help them do even better in the next one.
As I was saying in the at the beginning of the game, before the game started, I really wanted to see a Volibear try and get the Vayne ahead early, and we just didn't see that happening.
Yeah.
And so that I think could have proved detrimental to.
I think HustleGang is probably going to want to try and address Hoof the Sheep's very farm heavy style, possibly ban away the Udyr to not let him have it, and see how they can perform in another strategy.